Association and causation are all part of the bigger term correlation. In other words, how do things work together? How does one thing associate or cause another thing? Let's look at a few examples so you can tell what I mean. The more it rains, the more accidents occur. Okay, so that looks something like that. So the more it rains here, the more accidents occur. Is that association? They just happen to be associated, or is that causation? Does the rain cause the accidents? Well, when you think about it, the rain doesn't cause the accident. The people driving, not taking into account the rain, is what causes the accident. You know, if everyone slowed down and took into account the rain and the slippery conditions and the bad visibility, then there would be fewer accidents. But a lot of people don't do that. They drive the same way as if it wasn't raining, and because of that, there's more accidents. So they are associated. The more rain, the more accidents there are. But the rain doesn't directly cause the number of accidents. So that's an association. How about the number of hours you study and the grade you get? If I study a whole bunch of hours, I'll get a higher grade. At least you hope you will. Okay, so that looks something like that. Is that association or is that a causation? Do the number of hours you study cause a higher grade? No. The scores you get on your tests and the homework and everything else causes a higher grade, but the hours you study will help you get higher scores on those tests. So, you know, one could argue one way or the other. I would still call this an association. The more you study, the better your grades will be. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, because you can study a whole bunch of hours and then do poorly on a test and you get a bad grade. So, you know, that's an association one. How about the number of days you go on vacation? The number of days people go on vacation, the more cases of sunburn there is. Okay? Do the number of days of vacation cause the sunburn? No, the sun causes the sunburn. So, but generally when people go on vacation, they're going picnicking or to the park or to the beach or to, a resort or something, and a lot of times it's warmer, so they're wearing swimsuits and short sleeve shirts and shorts and stuff like that. So the more cases of sunburn happen. But the number of days of vacation don't cause the sunburn. It's just that the sun actually causes the sunburn. So that would be an association. How about the number of cigarettes you smoke causes cancer? Okay, so the more cigarettes someone smokes, the more likely they are to get lung cancer. Well, as it turns out, this was a big debate for decades, and until finally enough reports and enough science proved that the number of cigarettes you smoke or that cigarette smoking will cause cancer. And if you look at a pack of cigarettes and look at the warning on the side, it says does cause cancer and other ailments. So that was a long time coming and proving that cigarettes cause cancer. So that would be a causation. Okay? You talk about global warming. Is the pollution that we as humans cause directly related to global warming? Where there are a lot of scientific reports that say yes, and there are a lot of scientific reports that say no. And you may be emotional one way or the other, but until enough reports come in that prove it one way or the other, you have to say they are associated. In other words, the more pollution humans put out, the more global warming there is. That's an association right now. We can't really say it's a causation yet, one way or the other. So that'll probably be debated for another 50 years until someone can finally prove it. So that's the difference between association and causation. There are many examples you can come up with. These are just some. You have to think causation has to be a direct relation between the input variable, in this case the rain, and the output variable, in this case the number of accidents. Does the rain cause the accidents? No. People driving in the rain poorly cause the accident. Hours of study cause you to get a higher grade? No. Hopefully your hours of study will mean you will get a higher grade because you will perform better on your tests, but it doesn't cause a higher grade. And same with vacations and sunburn, and here they have proven that cigarette smoking does cause cancer. So that's a causation. And we'll have many more examples that we can look at, but this is just a brief overview of what the difference is between association and causation.